Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me today. Now, I want to talk to you guys about a few things, a few essential things that you're going to need before you start your embroidery journey. No, just kidding, guys. So, for real, you got your SE600 or your PE800 or whatever other type of embroidery machine that you have, and you think that's it. You're just gonna dive into it and get started? No, just like every other business, there's always a few essential things that you're gonna need in order to make your business run smoothly, in order to make your workflow go a lot easier, and able to make things less complicated and have to improvise as little as possible to get stuff done. It's all about efficiency, guys. It's all about efficiency. And when you're trying to be efficient, you have to have the tools that you need. I went ahead and created a list of things that you guys are going to need, and you guys can actually check them out in the description down below, or I've made them all available for you, or at least most of them. I think they're all available on allanaway.com. So you guys can go check out allanaway.com, scroll down to embroidery supplies, and check out the items that you are going to definitely need, because there's stuff that I use on almost if not every video that you watch on this channel. Some stuff you may have, some stuff you may not have, but I urge you all to check it out. I bet you some of you guys don't have any of the spool savers, and some of you guys don't have any of the bobbin stoppers. Those are two items that I bet you guys don't have. Like this video right now if a few items on this list, or at least one item on this list, you don't have, or leave a comment down in the description below if you have all these items already. All right, let me know, guys. So let's dive into this list. Now, the first thing you're going to need is some regular scissors, guys. Some regular scissors. You'd be surprised. I'm not gonna recommend anything to you if I didn't need it myself, okay? I'm not here to get you to spend extra money at all. I promise you I wouldn't do that to you. And those people that are watching this video can attest to this stuff. Leave a comment down below if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Guys, I really thought that I can do with just some regular scissors that you got laying around the house. If you're sewing and embroidering, you really need some scissors that are meant for cutting material, because you're going to use regular scissors and it's not going to cut the same. I'll give you an example, show you how smooth these scissors cut. Like butter, like butter. Sometimes you can even put the scissors in there just like the regular paper cutting scissors, and you can just slide it straight across. That's how sharp they are. And these scissors just cut better than average scissors, guys. So you're definitely going to need some scissors. I put them on my website, allanaway.com, in the embroidery supplies section, so you guys can cop up on some scissors like this, or use my Amazon link down below, because you're definitely going to need some scissors. Like I said, I thought I could do without them, and no, I can't. I ended up having to order some. So definitely get yourself some. We call them shears. They're not even called scissors, they're called shears. All right. And if you're gonna be doing like hems and stuff, you're definitely gonna want to buy some pinking shears. These shears right here have little rivets in them, and they put, like, I'll show you, they put like a little zigzag effect in the they put a little zigzag effect in the material that they cut. All right, so cut one more time, cut again, and you guys can see the zigzag effect in the design. So that just makes a clean seam. If you guys are doing some seams in somebody's pants or something like that, it gives it like a nice little effect, and it just looks professional. It just looks professional, looks clean. All right, so that is the first item that you guys are going to need to purchase. All right, the next item you're going to purchase is you're going to purchase some of these scissors like this. All right, these are curved. I thought I didn't need these until I started doing embroidery. And a lot of times when you have, you guys will see me in the videos, you guys know you need this. A lot of times you'll have like a loose thread or something, and you're gonna need to get in there as close as possible and clip those loose threads. You're gonna wanna, I have a link, like I said, on the down below, or you can use my website. You can use small ones like these even. These will work because they'll get real close to the material, and you can go ahead and cut the loose thread away when you're trying to cut the loose threads away from your embroideries, guys. So you're definitely going to need these. And these curved scissors also help when you, after you've stitched out your patch and you want to cut around the edges after you put on your Fray Check, you want to cut around the edges. These help a lot with that because they're curved. You can just manipulate them better. So you're definitely going to want to need some, definitely going to want to get some of these small scissors. These aren't shears, these are called scissors. These small ones like that. You're definitely going to need those. Another thing that I thought I can do without until threads started getting all over the place was Bobbin Stoppers. This stuff that I'm recommending to you guys, very, very inexpensive. You're not going to spend a lot of money on it, so don't worry about that, guys. So these Bobbin Stoppers, right? You guys have seen me in videos on what they do. So you get done, say you don't have any of these, and you get done embroidering or using your spool. So now you twirl your thread around and you just sit it off to the side, or you sit it wherever you sit in the thing, your plastic compartment thing that you keep all your threads together, and kind of like what I have, right? Let me get it real fast. Kind of like this thing right here. You have something that you sit all your thread in, right? Like this, right? So you put it in there without a bobbin stopper on there, right? You put it in there. Let me put one in here. And then you go about your business. Go about your business, put it away, move this from side to side a little bit, and then you come back. And what's gonna happen, I don't know if it happened just now, but it did happen a little bit. You're gonna have thread all over the place. If you did this with a bunch of thread, and this happened to me before, this thread is going to go all over the place. It's gonna be all unraveled and tangled around each other. Then you're gonna have to untangle it. Before you grab the color that you use, you're gonna have to untangle it. And what is going to happen eventually is you're gonna get a knot in one of them, and then you're gonna go to embroider, and the knot is gonna get caught in the little hole in the needle, and the needle's gonna snap. So to avoid all that, save yourself some frustration, get a spool saver. Put the spool saver, these things are really, really inexpensive. So put the spool saver around the thread like this, and then roll it this way. And that way it keeps all the thread together, and it just holds it together so that when you put it inside your compartment, it all stays together. So this is a great tool, little invention. Whoever invented these spool savers should get a embroidery Nobel Peace Prize, because these are great. All right, so spool savers, you're gonna want to get some spool savers. All right, the next thing you're gonna want to get, similar to spool savers, is the Bobbin Stoppers. I call them Bobbin Stoppers. I'm not sure if this stuff is the accurate name for this stuff, but I think it is. So I'm going to call them Bobbin Stoppers. As you guys can see, one moment, let me grab some bobbins off to the side right here. Trying to find one that doesn't have it on it. And I don't have any because I have a bunch of them. So as you guys can see, all these bobbins have Bobbin Stoppers on them, right? So say for example, you have one that doesn't have a bobbin stopper on it. It's the same effect, just like the spool saver. This thread on this bobbin is going to get untangled and get all over the place, and you don't want that. So again, you can imagine if those spool savers were inexpensive, these bobbin stoppers are even smaller, so they're even less expensive. So you just go ahead and put that on there, wrap it around, and now your bobbin, your wound bobbin, will stay together, and it'll stay neat and tidy. Keep your workspace clean, keep your mind functioning clean, and you will be a successful embroiderer, right? Okay, so the next thing that you're gonna need, if you got your bobbin stopper, you're definitely gonna need some bobbins, right? Because you're gonna want to pre-wind. You're gonna want to pre-wind a bunch of these bobbins right here, and so you're definitely gonna need some extra bobbins. So get yourself some extra bobbins. So in the colors that I pre-wind up on my extra bobbins is black and white. So I use black and white all the time for my bobbins to you know, as a back layer or whatever. So back stitch, whatever you want to call it. So I pre-wind about maybe 5 or 10 blacks and 5 or 10 whites, depending on the color of the design that I'm stitching out. I use some extra bobbins that I have. So you definitely need those extra bobbins, bobbin stopper, spool savers. Okay, what else we got over here, guys? What else we got over here? I don't know. Okay, so a few miscellaneous items that I could think of. You're gonna need, I would get an extra 4x4 hoop. If you have the Brother SE600, I'd get an extra 4x4 hoop because that comes in very handy. Also, and I don't think this is on my site. I don't think I have this on my site. I might, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure. But also what I would recommend getting, right all the way over here, is some Fray Check. Of course, you're going to have to get some Fray Check. That is not on AllanAway.com, but I will leave the Amazon link down below. Fray Check is very essential, especially if you're making patches. When you're not stitching it directly to garment, you're going to need some Fray Check in order to keep the material together when you go to cut it out and cut out your patch, so your patch's edges can stay together, because sometimes you might get too close to that edge and it'll tear and your stitches will get cut away. And if your stitches get cut away, then the design is ruined. It's frayed at the edge. So Fray Check, the best way I can explain it is it acts like glue. So you put it around the edges of your design, of your patch, and it hardens the edges, kind of like glue. And then when it dries, you just clip around it, and even if you clip some of the thread, the Fray Check keeps the edges in check. The best way I could explain it, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Just a quick video to tell you guys a few things that I use. I probably left some stuff out, but I'll tell you guys in other videos what they are. But I think that's about it, guys. I think that stuff will keep you covered for a nice amount of time. Of course, guys, you're also going to want to get a whole case of... Oh, whoa, whoa. I'm just dropping stuff all over the place. Right over here. I'm just remembering as I go along. A whole case of extra bobbins. All right? Whole case of assortment of extra bobbins. I got like 4 of these things. I got this one. I got one way over there. I got this case right here with all my bobbins in it. So, look. A bunch of extra colors so we can stitch out all day long, baby, all day long. And go ahead to your local fabric store. You can go ahead and get yourself 2 yards of black and 2 yards of white. Cut them out into about 6x6 pieces, so you can just have your pieces on deck like I do. So when it's time to hoop up some fabric, you can just hoop it up and you can just go ahead and start stitching out. Also, one more thing I didn't mention is you're going to need some tearaway stabilizer or cutaway stabilizer, or both. All right. That tearaway stabilizer or cutaway stabilizer, link down in the description. And one more thing, you guys that are trying to stitch directly to garment, I'm going to have a bunch of videos coming up, a series of videos coming up of me stitching direct to garment. And we're going to do some experiments. We're going to do some tests so that we can see and I can show you guys exactly how I do it and how I recommend you do it. Or you can take my ideas and you can make it your own and tweak and peek the way I do it so that it fits for you. But I can tell you guys that it varies a lot depending on the quality and the types of material. Like cotton is obviously different than rayon, different than polyester, and there are different thicknesses of cotton, and there's cotton blends. So trying to embroider on all those different things is very intricate, to say the least. Okay, so you're definitely going to want to get some spray-on stabilizer, some spray-on adhesive rather. Spray-on adhesive. You're definitely going to need some spray-on adhesive. And I've recommended this before, and people always ask me, hey, can you embroider directly to shirts? And I've made like about 4 videos on the channel where I stitch directly, put a patch directly on the shirt. But the one thing that's tricky about it is you never know if you're going to get any pulling on your fabric. So that's why you want to put it on a backing. You want to spray. Guys, just stay tuned, and I'm going to show you guys how to do it in future videos coming up this week. As a matter of fact, I'll do a few of them. So make sure you're tuned in. Make sure you subscribe and comment down below and let me know what else you guys want to see. But I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Dub Nation, it's your boy. I'm out. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?